Hey guys, it's Pop Gary. How are you doing? Thought I have a small chat. As you guys know, my small chats don't do. I think I, I think I must be having a hard time understanding small chats, but I just love talking to people. I wish I could look up there and say, "Man, there's 10 people watching." Be exciting, but bottom line is, I know that people are sneaking on and looking at my things. Not many, but the people that are, I'm really thankful. Uh, And I hope I've got things to say that will help you some way. I need a drink of water. My throat's really dry today. Sorry about that. Well, I hope you guys have been, if those of you are listening, that you understand. I'm going to talk about one thing is a prayer that people, I think I've made it pretty clear. My goodness, I love praying for you people. And I, I go online and there's lots and lots, like I've told you before, lots and lots and lots of people that I have prayed for, and I so enjoy that. It just gives me joy in my heart. Like I say, I'm no pastor, and I'm definitely no prophet. I'm just Pop Gary, a guy who just loves the Lord and tries to stay focused on Him. I used to do a lot. I used to be a jogger. I owned a business. I did a lot in my life, but unfortunately, I uh, I got to slow down. My legs bug me. I got a messed up left knee. I got a metal knee on the right, two metal shoulders. Trading it all in for built-in parts. Um, I can't wait to when we do go up. Guess what? I get a new body, and I tell the Lord, boy, count me in. I just would love to get that new body. Hold on. Hi, shh, quiet. Sorry, I don't know how to put it on pause, but I just know that I love talking to you guys. So I am going to try to get on. I said a couple days ago, I think on the 20th, that I would try to get online on Thursday. That's tomorrow. I'm still planning on getting online at 2 o'clock. That's going to be my time. Why don't we say between 1:30 and 2? Because sometimes I go too long and then I have to stop, cook dinner, and everything else. You know how that goes. But I talked to you guys about the world's news, and where I get my world news is from basically Tom, Watchman River, Watchman Den, The Watchman. The reason I watch these Watchmen, there's even some watch women. It just they're interesting because they give you news that has to do with prophecy. Prophecy's coming true. I mean, that's why I always get a kick. I've told you guys before. I don't set a date, but I always tell my family since 2020, this is the year. Then 21, this is the year. Then 2022, 23, 24, 25, and now guess what? It's 26. And I am saying to them, this is the year because I believe we are really close. I think I said this before. I don't get mad at people set dates as long as they don't keep doing it. But the thing that people set dates for, at least the ones I've watched, most of them mean it with all their heart. They really believe that they've got down the magic thing the Bible says. And it's okay. I write down the date, but I write down the date on my little calendar. Show you my calendar. Hold on. You'll like this. I make up a calendar like that, okay? And then let me see how to put it this way. Oops. Okay, this way. And I put down that calendar. Oops. Sorry about that. I don't know these computers at all, but you see it. I put down the calendar and I start at the top, on the first, and if I get somebody that I'm listening to in the morning, because I usually listen to all my people in the morning, and they say something, I write that date down. I watched the very highly intelligent young man that talks about the sun. I don't just, I mean, it interests me, but he said, for example, the 18th, 19th, and 20th, that we are going to have M players and X players. So I write it down. I just put it on the calendar. not my business calendar, but my fun calendar. This is my calendar for writing stuff down. And sure as heck, on the 18th, he said, "There's an next player coming. It's going to hit us on the 20th." And just sure as my name's Pop Gary, it hit us. Um, it didn't hit me directly, but apparently it does do damage. But he's a very interesting guy. I'll have to next time I get online, I'll tell you his name because like I say, my memory is short. But the guy's highly educated. He talks way, way, way over my head. I mean, when he starts using the big words, I'm going, okay, so let's get on with the simple stuff because this is a simple-minded old man. But he's really interesting. But Tom, for example, Watchman River, he talks about the East, all about Israel, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the East, Russia, China. They're all coming into this land. And it all starts there, guys. And remember, it ends there because it's all about Israel. Because, see, in the last days, people don't understand the Christians go up and it now focuses on the one thing Israel, because that's going to be called Jacob's trouble. And again, that's some Bible studies. I've got them pretty well planned out. I'm going to try to hit you with one a day. I don't want to bore you, but Jacob's troubles is really, really super interesting. Oh, another thing. Well, like I said, I'm just chatting. I'm sitting there telling you I'm an old man. You know what the Lord did to me? He, in the middle of the night, last night, I got a dream. And he said in the dream, I didn't hear an audible voice, but I saw the dream. I was talking to him, and he goes, "Why are you saying you're old?" I said, "Because I am." He goes, "Well, let's take Moses, for example. Moses was really a big shot in Egypt for 40 years. And he got thrown out of Egypt. And then he went into the desert. I don't know why, had children for 40 more years. Okay. Now, to me, that's 1 year short of my age. And at 80 years old, the Lord showed him in a burning bush, "I want you to go and save my people." I was 80. I'm thinking to myself, there'd be no way I could save your people, Lord. But but I understand if I heard it from God and I saw a burning bush, now I would say I will never question you, Lord. If you say it's going to be 80 years, then by God, I believe you because I don't know. I'm not the sharpest stick in the forest. But then he was 80. And then what did they do? They literally made some boo boos. You'd have to read the story. It's really good in Israel, in Genesis. Read the story about Moses. Go into Leviticus. It's really interesting. Um, he literally, for 40 years, he led the people all over the desert. I mean, here's a really interesting part. So now, when he got ready to go see the promised land, because he did one sin, just one, that ticked off the Lord. But he had told Moses, "You will see the promised land." So what did he do? He had Moses. He says, "You don't get to cross the river, but they do." And Moses put the people in charge that God told him to put in charge. And he climbed the mountain, and he got to see the promised land. And apparently, it was just beautiful. I mean, I can't even fathom because you got to remember now that was God's land. And they grew grapes the size of watermelons. I can't even believe what a watermelon must have been like. But apparently, everything there that grew because the soil wasn't redone every year after year after year, putting fertilizer. It was done because it was good soil. And so here he is. Now he's 80 years old. He leads his people, God's people, out of Israel. And now he's 120 years old. I think to myself, 120? No way, Lord, I'm going to live to be 120. Well, you know what? My daughter said at first, "You don't say when you're going to die, Dad. You believe in Jesus. You're going to go when you go, and not a day sooner." So she's right. Here I am, 79, almost 80, and I'm going to say right to you publicly, I would just love if God spoke to my heart and said, I want you to do this or that. And you know what? I believe now I'd say, well, I'll do it. Now I would probably have to say, could you heal my knees so I get a little more mobile? But yes, I would probably do it because I realize you're only as old as you want to be. And here's an 80-year-old man. Go to Abraham, Abraham and Sarah. He told Abraham and Sarah they'd have a child and it'd be a son. And I'm, I want you guys to study these stories. They're really good. And here Abraham, no child, no child, no child. No, his wife, long story short, talks him into having a baby with one of the concubines, has a baby, and now the baby from the concubine 7 years old. And then guess what? The Lord said, you will have a baby. Now, Sarah, she was in the tent when the Lord came. It was Jesus. Don't forget, now this is before Jesus was crucified. Jesus has always been. But he visited as an angel. And he talked to Abraham directly. And he said to him, you will have a child. Now here's Sarah laughing. Well, guess what? She had a child. And his name was Isaac. So he was 100. He was 90, I believe 98. She was 90 something years old. They were in their 90s. 90s. I'm thinking to myself, I'm 78, 9. I'm old. You're only as old as you feel, people. So I'm talking to you seniors out there. Just remember this. You gotta just basically say what I've learned is I just learned this, guys. I have spent 90% of my life chasing money. That's all I chased. Money. Read the Bible when I could. I went to church most every Sunday. Money. It was always about money. Money will buy this. Money will buy this. But you know what? Money doesn't buy anything unless you are in tune with Jesus. Because I didn't have true happiness. I was frustrated all the time. I made it, I lost it, I made it, I lost it. And I go, this is ridiculous. I can't keep up. I don't know what to do, Lord. Turn the computer a little bit. So don't chase money, guys. Do not chase money. Money's nice. I'm not gonna say it isn't, but first put all your effort into Jesus Christ. Because your true treasures, if you read the Bible, it'll say you'll earn your treasures. You don't earn them from works. Okay. Don't get that out of your head. Oh, I'm going to go and I'm going to work at the church as a cook, or I'm going to clean the church every day. That's not what I'm saying. You earn your crowns from souls. The really nice crowns are the ones that get out there and save the most people. Oh, I can look at you right now and say, I'm so saved too many people in my lifetime. And I was depressed. Up until about 5 years ago, I was super depressed because I said, I talk to people. I take Jesus very serious. I think I led 3 people that I count to the Lord. And that's nothing. And I think, well, Lord, I'm depressed. Well, my sister came and says, Gary, your gift is maybe not to reap the harvest. Maybe your gift is to plant the harvest. So that made me feel better. So I'm a seed planter. I go around and I talk to lots of people, and it's my whole life. It's been I talk to people all the time. I'm spreading them seeds, guys, and I have spread a lot of seeds. And my sister kind of helped me out. She says you might not see any of that harvest until we all go up, and then you're going to be amazed at how many people maybe the seed started to grow. Somebody else came and watered it and tilled it, but you're going to get your part of the kingdom of God. There's treasures there. Now, as far as the other stuff, I used to have a lot of money. I owned a houseboat. I owned rentals. I owned a home. That's nothing. It all can do the same thing, which it did do. My shop burnt down twice. It goes up in smoke. So all the money in the world, I've lost 3 friends who were very successful. I was blessed enough to be around successful people. You know what? They didn't take one penny with them. When their wives buried them, one was worth $2 million. And that was back when $1 million meant something. Now it's trillions. It used to be billions, but when we were young, it was millions. And I can honestly say I didn't see his wife put one dime into that coffin. He went to see the Lord the way he came, baby naked. He went with nothing other than the nice suit they put on him. So don't think about it as I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Just get in your Bible and ask Jesus, what do you want me to do? Now, when you do that, you mean it with all your heart. Remember again that heart. If you mean it, then He's going to show you. Now, it'll be up to you. You can't go to anybody else and say, well, Jesus wants me to do this. What does If you feel in your heart that's what you're supposed to do, you got to do it. Years and years and years ago, when I was successful, I used to support missionaries. And I made the boo boo. I told these couple of guys that go on these missions all the time, they're hard workers, successful businessmen, but they actually went. Now, I was a young man, pretty good shape. And they said, well, then why don't you come with us? Oh, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. But you know what? I look back on my life and I go, gosh, I wish I'd have gone because I really had a heart for the mission fields, but I didn't go. And so now, but you know what? Now I got the heart to pray for people because I've asked God and asked God and asked God, please give me a gift that I know is my gift. And right now, for a fact, I know it's to pray for people. So when every time I get online, I say I'm going to pray for you. I mean that with all my heart, mind, and soul. I will honestly pray for you every night. And when I wake up, because I don't sleep very long, I wake up, I start praying. Ticks off the devil, but I start praying. But he keeps waking me up, and I keep praying. I don't care. I'll pray every chance I get. Every time I'm awake, I got to pray for people. And sometimes when I say I forget names, it's really funny. At night, I wake up, and all of a sudden these names come in my head, and I start praying. So never stop trusting God. I told my grandson, Brett, I said, son, listen, try to tell you to be a Christian. I'm telling you, it doesn't mean your life is going to be roses. It's not. It means you're going to have the peace of Christ that surrounds you. You're going to be at peace. And I don't know what you guys think, but I think peace, I've had no peace, and I'll take peace. The only true peace is with Jesus Christ. So I'll take peace. That's a treasure to me. So I'm going to try to, I wanted to make it short. I didn't want to talk a long time, but I'm going to say this to you guys. I will be on between 1:30 and 2. And I don't know if I'm going to talk about houseboat stories because I heard some people that said they liked it. They wrote me and said they liked it. Or I'm going to talk about scriptures, or I might talk about the houseboat and throw some scriptures in too. So you guys have a great day. I didn't mean to take up this much time. I love you guys, and I am serious, serious, serious. I will pray for you. Please contact me. I love you. Beep.